It's been 4 years since the Bucks won the championship, and for 4 years the Bucks have mismanaged their talent. And for 4 years the Bucks have been one player away from looking dysfunctional. And the only player that makes them look dysfunctional, the only player that makes them look functional is Giannis. It's the only reason they look functional over the last 4 years. And also for the last 4 years, the Bucks have been one player away from being in a full rebuild from top to bottom. And welcome back to Mischief Entertainment, man. If you clicked on this video, you know you on MVP Sports, man. I had to change my setup a little bit, but you know, it ain't nothing. You know, we back on the sports talk. We back on the sports talk. With NBA free agency calming down, man, I guess we should talk about the latest, biggest news to come out, you know what I'm saying, which is Damian Lillard being released from the Bucks. As far as this part of NBA free agency, I feel like a lot of the big moves have been made. You know, maybe some more trades will come down the line and stuff like that. But for the most part, each team has kind of showed you their game plan for free agency and what they've tried to get and what players and coaches and all of that. So with all that being said, with the dust starting to settle, man, let's talk about the Damian Lillard release, man. And we're going to talk about how Dame should feel about it and the implications for Dame. And then we're going to talk about Giannis. We're going to attack it on those two fronts, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let's get to the video. Now, before I say this, I do not think all the blame is to go on Damian Lillard, but I am going to be very blatant when I say this, you know what I'm saying? Damian Lillard's stint with the Bucks was a failure. It was a complete failure. For the expectations of what we thought they could be, it was a complete failure. And I know injuries played a part in that, but back-to-back first-round exits to being released, the entire stint was a failure. And I want y'all to understand that I'm also treating Damian Lillard like he's a superstar. I want to talk about Damian Lillard like a superstar because I believe he's a superstar. And I want to be fair about it. You know what I'm saying? If we're holding other superstars to this level, to a certain level, then I'm going to hold Dame to that level. Listen, he has the range of Steph Curry. He has crazy playmaking ability. He can dribble all types of crazy ways. He can dunk on you too. Like I said, we looked at his talent and his abilities and we said this guy is a superstar, man. But like I said, his inability to stay healthy and his loyalty to a dysfunctional franchise for years has costed him. And that dysfunctional franchise is the Trailblazers. Listen, he made the playoffs after his rookie year. So after that, you know, I'm not going to count his rookie year. But after that, he's been eliminated or didn't make the playoffs 9 out of 12 times. 9 out of 12 times. He's only appeared in the conference finals once. With his talent, with his ability, with the superstar title that Damian Lillard gets, that's just unacceptable. And again, I acknowledge that part of that is the Trailblazers unable to put themselves in contention every year. It's the Trailblazers who were just riding on Damian Lillard's talent instead of being a functional organization. I understand that. But again, he's either not made the playoffs or been eliminated in the first round 9 out of 12 times. He only has one conference finals appearance. And that year he got swept in the conference finals playing against the Warriors. And it's not that he didn't beat them, but it's the way they lost. I felt like that was a horrible series. The entire team just looked like they didn't have their heart in it. And Damian Lillard, as the best player, it's part of your job to make sure they're ready. And to be clear, I'm holding him to superstar standards. This is what we would say about other superstars. This is what we do say about other superstars. So while I am trying to hold Damian Lillard to superstar standards and be fair for the way we talk about superstars, I'm not saying all of this to say Damian Lillard sucks. Because I don't think Damian Lillard sucks. His talent is amazing. But as far as superstar standards, he has fell short of what we expect from superstars. Listen, at this point, I just want to see him in a position to win, in a position to be great, in a position to go out there and play at his full potential. That's what I want for Damian Lillard. I didn't think he was going to win for the Trailblazers. Years of loyalty in an organization that, at least in my opinion, has no clue what they're doing. Even look at their recent moves. They traded away Drew Holiday. Then they traded back for Drew Holiday. They just released DeAndre Ayton or bought him out his contract. In my opinion, the Trailblazers are just out there freestyling. And this is the team that Damian Lillard played most of his prime with, if not all his prime. And again, I'm not saying this to say that Damian Lillard sucks. I just want to see him be in a position to win a championship. So he gives most, if not all of his prime to Trailblazers, and they don't know what he's doing. And then he goes to Milwaukee. And I know he didn't necessarily want to go to Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? He got traded there. The Trailblazers really didn't want to, you know, for everything that Dame did for the Trailblazers, it felt like the Trailblazers didn't really, you know, want to do Dame too many big favors. You know, they come off as a very selfish organization that doesn't know what they're doing. With all that being said, man, it's a new age in the NBA. Players are playing longer. Injuries that used to end players' careers, they don't do that anymore. I want Damian Lillard to take his time, right? Look at the market and go somewhere where his greatness will be maximized. That's what I want for Dame. I think Dame could play at this level for at least 3 more years. His athleticism will definitely go down over the years, but a part of Dame's game, I don't think it's all athleticism. You know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, man, Damian Lillard as a superstar, Damian Lillard on the Bucks so far seems like a failure. It's kind of a letdown. We understand that loyalty to the Trailblazers plays a part of it. We understand that his injuries the last 2 years in the playoffs play a part of it. With all of that being said, man, he's still just too good of a talent to have only one conference finals appearance. And for that appearance, he got swept. Listen, I know Damian Lillard can have a crazy good playoff run. I know that. I know it for a fact. So, in conclusion, man, just to end it off, I just want Damian Lillard to go somewhere that's going to maximize his talent. This is a great opportunity for him. To a certain point, he's going to get his money over the next 5 years, because that's when he got released. His contract got stretched over the next 5 years. So you're going to make your money. I don't think it should be about stats or anything like that. I believe Damian Lillard wants to win a championship. So I believe for the final stages of his career, that's what he should focus on. And there are plenty of great places in the NBA where he could go and he could get that done. There are plenty of more functional organizations that he can go to that will at least maximize his talent. Even if he never wins a chip, I just want to see him be great, at least in the postseason. Because we haven't gotten much of that. We haven't. So great opportunity for Damian Lillard. As far as superstar standards, just because I'm trying to be fair, I do feel like it's been a little bit of a letdown, but we all understand why. Now, after covering for the Damian Lillard, man, you know, shout out Dame, man. I got a lot of love for you, man. Let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. As far as Giannis, I think Giannis should still want out. He should still want out. The Bucks are desperate. They are. They've been spiraling for years. You know what I'm saying? They traded Drew Holiday away. They traded Chris Middleton away, and now they're releasing Damian Lillard while he's injured. Oh man, listen, it just shows no grace. It shows no loyalty. It shows no respect. You know the situation that LeBron is in right now with the Lakers? I think Giannis, he's in his 30s, but say Giannis gets older, do we really think that the Bucks would treat him any differently? I say it's about 50-50. I mean, I go 50-50. I mean, but listen. Think about Klay Thompson with the Warriors. Think about Klay Thompson with the Warriors. Think about what he did for that organization, and think about how it came to an end. And think about why it came to an end. Giannis should understand that the Bucks love him for what he can do, right? What he does for that organization because of the position he puts the Bucks in. But it's not about some team spirit crap or loyalty. Yes, the Bucks love Giannis. But a big part of why they love Giannis is because of what he can do for them. And I understand that's kind of how it works a little bit in the NBA. But it's the no grace part. It's the not having loyalty part. Listen, this to me, it doesn't feel the same as Tim Duncan and the Spurs. Great organization, great relationship. This doesn't feel like Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavs. This doesn't feel like Steph Curry and the Warriors. This doesn't feel like Reggie Miller and the Pacers. This doesn't feel like Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons. This doesn't feel like Larry Bird and the Celtics. Now listen, all of those organizations, they showed grace. They were respectful and they had loyalty. It's been 4 years since the Bucks won the championship, and for 4 years the Bucks have mismanaged their talent. And for 4 years the Bucks have been one player away from looking dysfunctional. And the only player that makes them look dysfunctional, the only player that makes them look functional is Giannis. It's the only reason they look functional over the last 4 years. And also for the last 4 years, the Bucks have been one player away from being in a full rebuild from top to bottom. And again, the player that's making that not happen is Giannis. But yes, if Giannis at any point in the last 4 years would have left the Bucks, they would have been in a full rebuild. Listen, over the last 4 years, Giannis, you've tried your best. And ultimately, through your career with Milwaukee, you brought them a championship. You've done your job. You put them on your back and you brought them to a championship. And all you've been asking for the last 4 years is, hey, scratch my back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know how I constantly put this organization in a position to win? Can y'all put more effort into helping me be in a position to win, to be great? And for the last 4 years, it's just been dysfunction. Listen, we're clearly at a point where we're seeing an organization that just isn't doing their job well enough. That's constantly what we're watching from the Bucks. Listen, there's a lot of people that want to watch Giannis have the opportunity to be great. And one of those people is me. You had an example of what putting your trust in the wrong organization can look like, playing right alongside Dame. You know what Dame did for the first half of his career? Having loyalty in an organization that a lot of people begged him to leave, that wanted him to leave. And look how it's ending up for him. And you're on the Bucks, and you're staying there, and you're crying about loyalty. But I'm telling you, and it's what a lot of people have been saying, the NBA is a business. And the moment the Bucks feel like they're better off without Giannis, they're gonna make those moves. Like the Warriors did with Klay Thompson. Like we're hearing about the Lakers do with LeBron James. It's gonna be thank you for what you did, but they're gonna wipe their hands and say, we gotta do what we gotta do. Don't end up like Dame, man. You got you one, but still, don't end up like Dame, giving your loyalty to a dysfunctional organization. Don't get stuck somewhere with dysfunction. So, in my opinion, Giannis should still leave. That's the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I just don't know if there's anything else to say. Look at the last 4 years. Look at how they treated Chris Middleton. Look at how they treated Drew Holiday. Look at how they treated Damian Lillard. For 4 years, they've been one player away from a rebuild. For 4 years, they've been one player away from looking completely dysfunctional. Giannis, man, don't get stuck. I think Giannis should still want out. And ultimately, the decision is his. We hope the best for Giannis. Yeah, that's the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. We out.